So, what's up, man? It's LeeBoy live. We here back live and in action. In fact, actually it's recorded and I'm gonna just do it. I'm gonna just drop it right after. In fact, it'll probably be coming to y'all in the morning. But we had to get together ASAP because this amazing piece of work called Black Panther 2 Kind of Forever was just released. And obviously, as some real fans, we had to go check that out ASAP.
Got it,
And
man.
when I say him, I mean my guy Antonio, aka AEL Visuals, all that. Tell him, first of all, tell him where you at, your website, and everything you do, real quick.
Oh, you got it, brother. So my name is Antonio Lewis. You can find me at AEL Visual Communications. AEL Visual Communications. It's a very long opening, but that is me. I do photography, graphic design, video. I just do all the visuals. You know what I'm saying? I'm a visual samurai. And you can find me on Instagram. Again, AEL Visual Communications. That's it.
Hey,
That's
but
all.
crazy though, because we always talking business whenever we get online. And we're cool as hell. We have a
Yeah.
whole backstory that's Disney related. But anyway, let's
Yeah.
not get on that. But as soon as I called you today, you was like, bro, we could talk business later. That damn movie that we saw over the weekend was fire. And I 100% agreed, of course. But we had to, break it down for y'all today. And I know you got hella theories and favorite
Bro.
moments and everything. And I didn't want to hear too much in our phone call, but just tell me some of your favorite moments. So like just getting us started. And,
First
and
off,
spoiler alert, spoiler
uh,
alert. Yeah.
oh yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
If
yeah,
you've already seen the movie, I mean, if you've never seen the movie Wakanda Forever, that's Black Panther 2, go ahead and come
yeah.
visit us
Just
any other time.
subscribe and
Yeah,
don't watch this one
because
quite
we
yet.
about to talk about it.
Okay.
So in the beginning of the film, that was already impressive, right? Because we talk about mom, introduce like talking about the situation where we're kind of losing her son, losing her husband. And then talking about y'all could y'all leave us alone with that vibranium shit? We are clearly capable of being responsible with it because we are according to y'all saying this, we the most superior nation on the planet, and you're saying we gotta like give y'all some vibranium for what? And so the French did what they did, got slipped up. The what's the dermalage? They pretty much cut everybody up and like, yo, like that was already impressive to me.
And
Yeah,
but even before that, because you said the first thing is how they handled T'Challa's death. First
yeah,
thing they started off the whole film with, like, and I thought that was an excellent icebreaker because everyone's trying to figure out what they're gonna do, what they're gonna do. And so they
yes,
address that, kind of get it out the way, and then the rest of the movie is just really reverence to T'Challa, and I'm sure we'll get
yes,
into that later. But they did a great job with just addressing it early and up front, and not putting too much extras and emotional heartbreak because nobody wanted to see T'Challa die on screen. I think that's what it was. I mean, I bet you they had different versions of that. What did you think of
I
how
agree.
they presented the death? Like,
Dude, it was sensitive. It
yeah,
was it was honorable. It was worthy. It was worthy. Because they didn't downplay my boy. Not that that was anybody's intention, but they did him right. I feel like just overall, when it comes to how they handled it, the fact that Shuri, in my opinion, is more of a segue into the young boy turning into the next Black Panther. That's my
no, look,
theory.
don't get too far. You go all the way to the
Nah.
damn end of the movie. Look, what's your other favorite parts of this movie? Just like some of the fun moments,
Oh
some
my
of
goodness.
the
All right,
um
so I'll say this. I'm not a fan of dark water, but when they introduced Namor's homeland, I was cool with it. And that's not very often. You imagine being in a dark place and then a fucking
no, it
blue
couldn't be
whale,
me. No, it
you
couldn't
know what
be
I'm
me.
saying? Excuse my French. A blue whale like swims right past you, and then you follow that big boy through a speed current into this big old vast city. Um, I feel like Ryan Coogler did such a good job integrating Mayan culture with Atlantean like folklore. Like, dude, it was a bright, like, just to compare and contrast. in the Aquaman movie, it was a brighter, more vibrant world, but you did not feel as attached as you would in Namor's place, which was relatively darker. But because like something about the way he did the direction, maybe the director of photography, I don't know who did it, but whoever was behind that scene of us being introduced into Namor's land, it was beautiful. And you were
Yeah,
able to
yeah. I mean,
see
it
like,
gave you like Avatar vibes a little bit.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah. They
it
really
was
set it up.
it was amazing, man. Like it was a great way to showcase, Namor's people. Like, yo, these aren't enemies. These are people. He's protecting these people. It was cool. It was cool.
Yeah, man. I mean, I was just getting at, some of the lighter comedy moments too, man. They really did their things in this, specifically Shuri when she went to Boston and went and picked up the scientist, her and Okoye with the ashy head. She was like, "Girl, you got all that ash on you." So they really brought the funny in a couple moments as well. So I just commend this cast for everything they did. And then we already talked about Ryan Coogler and how he's just masterful. I mean, this guy is responsible for two of the best Marvel movies of all time. I'm just gonna say it now.
Yeah.
I think they're both could be in the top 10. But like, what was Ryan Coogler's contribution to this movie? And you're like, how would you quantify it? Because
Like,
I just think he is the absolute glue that makes this so successful and so relatable. Like,
yeah.
I think we'll
Um,
talk about some of the storylines, but what did Ryan Coogler really contribute? Is crazy.
he has a way of storytelling where it's personal. He knows how to make the stories relatable to, and I'll say this biasly, so this is subjective. He knows how to make the story relatable to Black and brown people. Like for me, for example, like when I watched his first film, Fruitville, I'm not even going front. When I first saw his movie submission, I was not that impressed with the initial thoughts until I finished the movie. I was like, wow, like he always knows how to make urban stories or stories in general just relatable to the Black person. And like when you saw the first Black Panther, like like the way he introduced T'Challa, the way he introduced Wakanda, the way he introduced like the whole world and the people that he chooses on his team, like that we were talking on the phone, you and I, and we were talking about like, the movies versus a show, like, the for Namor, like, should there be a movie, should there be a show? The reason why I say movie, only reason why I say movie is because Ryan Coogler's got to have his hand in it. The way he introduced Namor, bro, like if any other director were to introduce Namor, I don't think that it would be that impactful. I don't think that it would be that, like
He
inclusive.
is a master. That's what
Yeah,
at least in this Black Panther anthology. Like I love Fruitvale Station as well too, but
yeah,
the way he's able to like intertwine stories throughout their origin stories and like kind of make them relatable in a way that is like also contrasting. So
yeah,
like you see how these characters, whether good or bad or similar, but they just went a different path. It's like the whole uh Skywalker versus Vader type thing. Like they could go good or bad, and
it was deeper, brother. It was
yeah,
deeper. You got to think of like an anime villain. Like the best
mhm,
villains are the broken heroes, the
right.
ones that like not only could they have redemption, but even more so, they might win the debate on why they're doing what they're doing. You know?
But yeah, so yeah, you're right, and that's what's excellent about Coogler because you really have empathy for the villains and all of these. And is Neymar even looked at as a villain? Hardly,
Nah.
hardly at all. He's looked at as another hero that was looking to fight against injustice. But you did bring up something very interesting actually. And so I wanted to put this on for
Oh yeah,
y'all.
yeah. Please do.
Uh, Wait, let me see. Let me get a little bigger here.
Look at the boys.
Oh, look, I'm on the wrong page. My bad. But
You good.
we're gonna come to that in just a second here. But behind the success of Wakanda Forever, it could lead to the first Marvel series starring Latino. So they're already
Yeah.
saying that they made approximately $180 million domestically. The presence of the Submariner and his two most trusted warriors illuminated the beauty of the Aztec and Mayan culture, as well as the importance of indigenous
Ah,
Latinos. And then I told you they was going after this specific audience,
Yeah.
but basically they just go on to say that they're gonna possibly get a series. Like I told you, it's gonna be less than the
You
series.
did. And I get, and yeah, if that's the direction they want to go, man, I just hope they got the right team to do them justice, man, because those are some phenomenal actors, and they need to be handled with care, because like those characters,
Yeah, just
you
throwing
know
them
what
out.
I'm
Like you're
saying?
saying, they benefited from Coogler a little bit. You
Yeah,
can definitely say that, but
yeah.
he's a master. But man, so I think with that, you already kind of introduced the topic a little bit of the black and brown, and I wanted to get into just the plight of black culture and their fight against colonizers.
Yeah.
Versus like in them comparing and contrasting it to the Hispanic / Spanish struggle, where they also, in the movie they show them getting smallpox and them also getting colonized. And I just thought that was very interesting, how it looks like they are looking to create some type of coalition in by way of a movie. How did you feel about that? Like, do you think they were trying to have a deeper um thought-provoking uh impact on society by putting these two cultures side by side?
You know what it is, brother. You know exactly what
Or are
it
they
is.
just trying to sell tickets? Let me
They, I
look. I said
mean,
all that to say, yeah,
I mean,
say less.
I mean, bro, like again, Ryan Coogler knows how to make the stuff relatable. If you don't have to be like a super historian. This is basic history, even even in America, yo. Like we are dealing with, we are living, not dealing. We are living and surviving and thriving and all these different things, struggling in a world built by colonizers. What Ryan Coogler is doing with the Black Panthers Pantheon series is he's showing you a world without colonization. He's still showing you civilizations without colonization, and this can lead to so many rooms of discussion where it's like, like I know you've seen this stuff on TikTok. I know you've seen the reviews on YouTube. What I'm seeing on TikTok right now are a lot of indigenous, like from the light skin to the melanated, kind of like showing their true colors. The Hispanic community right now are seeing, the colorism within their own community. Where you've got reporters, saying like, "Oh, why did they not include light skinned Latinos?" And this is clearly referenced from a time of Mayan origin, which means you're not going to have a lot of lighter Latinos unless they're colonized already. That didn't happen with Namor's people. That didn't happen over there. So like that's the first debunk. Secondly, that they're saying that why don't you just cast people who are highly skilled, to go off talent and skill, not off you just trying to give some people a color. Second off, you're basic, like by him doing that, he's taking away the skills of these great amazing actors that played the characters on Namor's side. Because like a lot of people don't know this, but the cat who played Namor, he was on what show? Narcos. He was already working. He was already an established working actor. But if we call back to most Latino, media,
Was he the other cop in Narcos?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah,
Like
okay, yeah. I
when you
think
go
I
to
remember,
Latino media, like you typically see brown people depicted as either the help, bad guys, or comedic relief. So with us seeing like the opportunity for Namor and that whole world being displayed on a TV show, like I hope Ryan Coogler was on that. But you see them on a TV show, like you're seeing a show where the brown people are the heroes. And if you are a Marvel fan, like it's something to look into to see how this world's going to develop, because we all know that Namor's history was not as complex as this new history that Ryan Coogler created. It wasn't Mayans turned into Atlanteans. It was just Atlanteans. So this is a new interesting take where we've got a decolonized Mayan people that are now mutated into these aquatic beings. And you hear it in the movie with the sirens. Like there's so much lore, 400 years of lore that we can dig into with this new potential show.
Yeah, man. And I was actually proud to see them include, include the idea of a black and brown coalition, just because it
Yes,
just bring
yes.
more fans to the franchise, to be honest. Like it just introduces a lot more people to watching this movie, and then ultimately getting the messaging that Ryan Coogler is putting out there, just about a high morality, doing things right, and just justice for all, you know what I'm saying? So definitely appreciate Ryan and the messaging that he had there. And isn't it like ironic that he's just like from Oakland, the home of the Black Panther, and like what is his real undertone, his real underlying message that he's getting out? I
My
wonder.
uncle,
We
my
know somebody from
uncle,
Oaktown, yeah.
my uncle was a Black Panther, and
Right, there you go.
I remember riding around with him one day doing some bids with him, painting bids, guys, doing some
Mhm.
bids with him, and he was introducing me to there's a lot of Black Panthers still to this day out there, old, but they still out there. So I wouldn't be surprised if Ryan, you know what I'm saying, if he was related in that way to where like he might be doing some kind of mission. I wouldn't be surprised. You know what I'm saying? Wouldn't be.
Yeah, I'm sure that's probably helped him get the job, actually. But yeah, man, I mean, let's just get into the meat and potatoes of
Yes.
all this real quick. I got a couple clips that I also want to show. And
Please.
this
Yeah.
this is super spoilers right now. Like if you have not seen it, please do not just click off, because I'm about to show y'all some actual footage. But first of all, follow me at LeeBoy TV, and I got some LeeBoy shirts right now on LeeBoyTV.com. Go check out the store. But can you hear that? Barely, huh? But this
Fire
part
away.
was no, this part was silent. I don't know if you remember, but this was the intro. That shit was just eerie silence.
Man.
And then of course this joint. I mean, we're gonna have to get into all this right now.
A princess.
You hear Jordan saying, "Girl, Black Panther."
Yeah.
He's like, "Why is it a girl?" And then, of course, the man. I seen people actually leave before this. I'm like, y'all stupid.
Yeah, y'all slow for that one.
So we had our own ceremony for him here.
And look, I almost forgot where I was at right now.
That's wow, bro. Thank you for that, man. Thank you for having
Yeah.
that
So
scene, man.
look, man, obviously with the new storyline that was just revealed, and T'Challa having a son, I really felt like that was redemption for something I did have in my mind that was kind of negative about the movie. Just like, how did you feel about there being so many female characters and a little bit of a feminization of the Black Panther in general? Because I'll say, look, Okoye, it seemed like she left her husband in the first one, and the blogs are saying she got with that girl, the other bald girl. And then of course you have the Black Panther becoming female. You hear my son in the back, girl Black, it's the girl Black
Yeah.
Panther.
Yes. It
uh
reminded me of
and
Bitch.
wait, and
Oh
lastly,
yeah, go
this
ahead.
also the scientists. I think that was an opportunity. They could have had a young boy like just showing off his skills, his and his smarts, his intelligence. We already had kind of Shuri checking that box as far as being a scientist and running the country. I really thought they missed the opportunity to have a young boy in that scientist role. But um then there's the queen, she was ruling it. There was a lot of women that really took the spotlight in this. And but of course Neymar was there as well. He's a great addition to the cast. And Baku was great. But did you have any thoughts concerning that at all while watching the movie? Like everyone that's saving the days, got the X.
I,
XY, is it the X? I don't know.
I just thought about the Ashanti tribe the whole time.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Like the woman warriors. I mean,
Did you see
that's what.
the Woman King movie yet?
Not yet.
The Homie Tribe.
Homie, was that what they're based off of?
The Homie Tribe. Yep.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I was thinking about that because like we know that the Dora Milaje were based off of them. We know that, they could have been all dudes. What I think what the Wakanda legacy is trying to show us is that, not getting too political, but like, you can be a woman warrior. Like you can be capable. Now, is it likely normally? Nah. But that's why the Dora Milaje were special in the first place, is because you're talking about a small group of women that were fucking excuse my French. You got a small group of women that were invincible, bro. And like for Shuri to take the mantle of Black Panther, she has it in her too.
Absolutely.
She's a Wakandan. Now, again, I still think it's a passing of a torch situation we got going, because first off, in the comics, she don't stay the Black Panther. Second off, we know that there's someone that's going to be a king of Wakanda. We know that someone's going to bid to, rule Wakanda.
Yeah, you talking like it's a real country.
I know.
I was like, yeah, I'm supporting that. I'm
right.
Send me your election emails.
You crazy now, but when you start to get into the lore of the Black Panther, it's really it gets that deep, right? Like I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't a fan of Black Panther until 2010 when they started rewriting the books and stuff. But like, yeah, man, like it wasn't I wasn't struck in a negative way, knowing in my mind as I'm watching the film, it did not look like a forever thing. It looked like a segue. And as we're experiencing this segue, they're holding it down from Namor, one of the most formidable characters in Marvel. Like this cat is smart enough to be on the Illuminati. He's a king. In this movie, he's revered as a god. You know what I'm saying? He can take hits from the Hulk, and you know how strong the Hulk is. He's one of the toughest characters in fiction, and he was the first mutant, mind you.
It's just that Shuri, that her intelligence always leads her to a greater, easier path. She knows, she's very cunning, and so she figured out how to dry him out and all that, and took advantage of it. But before we get out of here, man, let's kind of rank. First of all, the two films.
Okay.
Really quick, and then also how you feel about Black Panther the anthology versus the rest, versus Spider-Man, versus Avengers, versus Iron Man. Those are some of my favorites, probably.
Okay.
I like Doctor Strange too, but the second one wasn't as good. But I would like to hear where you rank the two films, and then also where you rank Black Panther within the Marvel universe.
Man, thank you so much for your time, brother. This is dope. All right, so in terms of ranking, like I gotta give it to first Black Panther as my number one. Reason why, again, it goes back to Ryan Coogler's approach. Like I know that not all people are gonna agree with me, but I identified a lot with Killmonger's struggle. I identified a lot with the American Black experience struggle. So like to me, like number one was such a powerful movie because Ryan B. Jordan did such a good job.
Ryan B. Jordan, wait, Michael.
My bad. Michael B. Jordan. He did such a great job with the portrayal of Killmonger. Like, I can't deny those roses. I cannot deny giving him those roses every time I think about that movie. And number two is great because it simply plays on the same moral and story of number one.
But it gives that plight to Namor.
Yeah, but now exactly. It helps us understand that, like, yo, this is bigger than just Wakanda. And Ryan Coogler's little subtle thing, this is bigger than just Black people. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And after that, then I definitely give it to Spider-Man, because Spider-Man is actually my favorite superhero. Straight up. He's a photographer. I'm a photographer. You know what I'm saying? He goes through ups and downs. I go through, like, he teaches us that, again, goes back to his main thing. With great power comes great responsibility. He's a superhero that chooses to be a hero. Greatness was thrusted upon him, and now he has to act on it.
So, but you do have Black Panther first in your in like
Number
grading
one.
anthologies.
Number one.
I'm gonna still put Spider-Man first. I
I
still
feel
got
you.
Spider-Man
I
first,
respect it.
especially with the addition of Miles Morales and the Spider-Verse. You know, there's just a lot. Obviously, there's just a lot of history, a lot of content for Spider-Man.
Oh
I
yeah, huge.
I first got introduced with Black Panther. Do you remember? Have you seen the animated series?
Yes.
Yeah, I've been the me and the kids watched that whole thing. But yeah, I remember when that first came out, and that was kind of my first introduction to Black Panther in general. I never really watched Red Comics or anything like that. But yeah, I would have Spider-Man first, Black Panther second. I like Iron Man a lot. And so I
Which
don't know
one?
if
The
I would
cartoon or
choose
the movie?
the movies, and
Okay, yeah,
I'm
yeah.
just ranking mostly just the movie
Okay, okay.
anthologies. um and so I like Iron Man quite a bit, but I would probably still have to have Avengers over that if you're counting that. I don't know how you feel. Is this Avenger, it's its own anthology basically,
Low
right?
key, but like,
It's also a cheat code, yeah.
yeah, you getting everybody. I would go with Black Panther, Spider-Man.
But they're not the best movies. They're
Nah,
not to
nah, no
me.
way. Black Panther, Spider-Man, Iron Man, and Blade.
Okay, Blade is fire,
Yeah.
yeah. Blade, I watched every one of those the day they came out.
And I'm
I
not even
don't know
gonna
if you
front.
remember those.
Robert,
You remember Laserdisc back in the day? I swear I had it on the Laserdisc. That was crazy.
you
But
did.
them huge DVDs from the
That's crazy.
2000s. Oh man, but yeah, man. I mean, any any parting words before we get out of here? Anything you want to say to the cast, to the you know, to the man of the hour? I think Ryan Coogler, or just your thoughts and your wishes for the series moving forward.
Three things. Thank you, Ryan Coogler. Thank you so much for doing such a fantastic job and to taking care of the Black Panther series the way you've been doing. Um, Thank you, cast of his all y'all. Thank you everybody who's making it happen for the films. And finally, LeeBoy, thank you for giving me your time.
Hey.
Thank you for giving me your platform. If you guys are watching this, please go on his page. This man's a professional entertainer. This man does acting, music. He's a dad.
Hey.
He's got, dude. If you follow his page, you see how amazing this man is. So
Oh yeah, check
check
me
him
out.
out.
Also, LeeBoyTV.com. Hit the store too. Yeah.
Yeah, man. But
I got some new merch. Yeah, like you said, album just dropped. But yeah, go ahead before
those
any
three
closing
things.
words. Yep.
Thank you, Mr. Kugler. Thank you, Black Panther team, and Leon. Thank you, brother. Thank you for being my friend, man.
Yeah, but yeah, so I mean, in closing, because we about to get out of here, you know,
Yeah,
I'm gonna be just silly with it, but I don't even know what I'm gonna say. All I know is this is one of the best experiences I've ever had at a movie theater. Like I
same,
literally
same.
almost hugged the lady. She almost came out weeping and crying.
Bro, I wore all white. I was the one I was wearing all white with my folks. It was killer, bro.
Yeah, I mean, oh yeah, I seen you went out to Hollywood and saw
Yeah,
was
we
that
at the
Pantages?
El Capitan, me and
El
Arya,
Capitan right there off Sunset or
somewhere
Hollywood.
in
It's actually on
Hollywood.
Hollywood. It's on
Somewhere in
Hollywood
Hollywood.
Boulevard.
Well, we went out to El Capitan, man. Where me and Aria was dripped. You know what I'm saying? We were
Yeah,
showing
it's
our
off.
respects, and
So y'all follow this man too, man. We out here
yeah,
trying to do our thing. But yeah, literally, you know, just one of the best movies of all time. I mean, casually, I think I put um Black Panther and also Wakanda Forever in the top 10 Marvel movies, both separately. With Black Panther probably being top 3, top 4. This one may be a top 9, top 10. I think this what they've allowed Ryan Coogler to do. I
mm-hmm.
mean, his next movie should be, first of all, he should win a lot of Academy Awards. That should be the quantifying of his greatness of this is Oscars for sure.
Yeah.
And second, his next movie should be so incredible. He needs to have a Denzel appearance. He needs to have a Daniel Kaluuya appearance. He already got Michael B. Jordan, but just imagine can
Can you imagine Denzel playing in the role? Now, Wakanda is gonna be, like the way he
no,
be
I mean, no,
talking.
I'm just saying a different, not Wakanda.
Oh,
No, I'm saying
okay.
like whatever movie he does next, because he always gonna be with Michael B. Jordan. They
Yeah,
got something cooking
yeah.
right now for sure. So I want to see Michael B. Jordan and Denzel Washington on screen together. father and son and just knock it out the park. Ryan, take us home. Take us home while you got the throne. All right. Yeah, man. This has been a Black Panther love fest. I had a couple, criticisms, but overall, I think they did a great job with the film and the series, and it's in good hands. It's in good hands, man. Before we get out of here, last thing I keep saying that. Did you see goddamn Bad Bunny is playing the first, like, because while looking at this and looking at the whole Neymar stuff, I actually discovered that Bad Bunny is going to be playing like the first Marvel Hispanic character or lead in a movie. Who's going to be the protagonist, but it's a Sony film. Y'all check. I think it's called El Muerto. So you guys check that out.
Yeah.
Just a little tidbit for you guys to give.
Good to know.
Little homework for y'all.
Yeah.
I'll probably just edit that out. All right, we out of here. LeeBoy.
Peace out, guys. Ride true, brother.